OG, welcome. So you think I'll poke my eye out? That dang old thing. Bear, welcome. Thank you. Yeah, that thing's a monster. You see, I got it back there with the Inspire. The Inspire still has it by just a little bit in size. But if you put the props on the Inspire, way more. So we got 4 watching, 1 like. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. It's been a while, so we figured we'd come on and do some live. Hope everybody's well with this virus out there. Being good, staying safe. Simon, what's up? Welcome. Hope all's good with you, brother. OG, you're the OG, bro. How you doing? We've been hanging out, just doing things, still doing the same thing, building, flying. Built that monster thing there, and just about got it right now. Night Train. Thanks for stopping in, Mike. Can't touch this. Brian's helped poke my eye out. But I've always wanted like a big quad like that. You know, I take that Inspire out, running around, and I get like stupid with it, running it around line of sight and stuff. I'm like, time to build a big quad. And I sold my Mavic to compensate for building that. So it worked out. I kind of, every time I put the Mavic up where it was so small, just kind of like lost it. Like, well, not lost it, you know what I mean? But in the air, it was hard to see. That thing there, you're going to see. Now, the Mavic Air outdid that thing. I can hand that to you. So what you been up to, Mike? What you flying nowadays? I see you got that little Mavic Mini. Hey guys. Birdman, welcome. Crystal dropping them links. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
appreciate
I'm a little busy back here. I'm not ignoring anybody.
So like I said, hope everybody's been good. Hope you're staying safe. Washing your hands. I have been. Mavic Mini is awesome. Yeah, I've seen yours, Brian. I like that place that you shared that picture and said, what is it? That's a really cool spot. E-Drone, my brother, what's up? Friday. John, welcome, Vampire. But yeah, that's a real good spot. So we found a spot right down the street from us. It was Cropper, right? Cooper or Cropper? Cropper Brothers Lumber or something. So it was like a sawmill. Man, they would take logs in there. We seen a blade today. That thing was like this big around. Crystal's got some pictures. In the front, it kind of, has like the whole thing out front, the conveyor belt where the truck would go under, but then in the back, really fun. Really, really fun. PV, welcome. Adventures 2021. He said, hi, it's me, PV. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you stopping in. So did you get your burger done, Eric? Yeah, mostly the Mavic Mini, a few packs. Okay, so you're going. Were you on 6S before, or are you just now going to 6S? To Ghost Mode 2. I've never got one of the Ghost frames. Is that the RC Addict one, right? I've been flying the Apex. I cannot beat that frame, I'm telling you. That frame is just golden. I know it's costly, $100, but I have used the warranty already, claimed the top plate, no problem. I actually have to claim an arm. I delammed an arm. I mean, it didn't break, it just tilted it up like this. I took a picture, for reference to claim it. Bent that thing back straight. Well, I still waffled up, put super glue onto it, bent it back straight, and then use some like vice grips with like the whatever they call them, welders use them. That bull, put some heat shrink around that thing, first, and then he shrunk it and then clipped it. That thing's solid. I nailed 107 subscribers. Cool, PD. It sounds cool. Awesome. Congrats on your subscribers. 107. Man, I remember that day. That was a long time ago. So what you been breaking, Vampire? I know you're always good to break something. I was when I flew to Spot today, I did okay. I broke just the screen protector on the GoPro, but it's like, so think of I don't even know the size of the I-beams, and it's up off the ground, so kind of conveyor belts that move huge ass logs, right? I was just messing around with that, just flipping through the holes and stuff and power looping them and stuff like that. So then when I got done, I told Crystal, well, there was a big old bird over here she was taking pictures of, so I went and chased him. So then I come back, I said, you know what? I didn't Maddie nothing over here yet. When I started Maddie and stuff, that
Bad
was it.
idea.
That's when you break something.
Bad idea.
But you have to push yourself. So, and then I get something to fix. Already fixed in place.
I can't wait to look at the
Cool
pictures
beans.
because
The
I
only thing I
was
broke was my
capturing
flight
pictures of
controller.
you flying when you started trying to Maddie different things. So they should be interesting.
Well, what made this different than Maddie too? Because it wasn't just a structure off the ground. Like I could walk under that, but it had these huge like roller type chain things that would grip, I guess, the logs and think of a conveyor belt how it turned. So you had to judge them coming back too, and they were like one would be like up this high, the other one would be like here. It was really hard to. They're not really for me, John. I do them at low camera angle. It's what got me is when I'm no pro at it. Don't get me wrong. What got me is once I got that over and that transition to come back. There he is, Dr. Watson in his house. What's up? Getting that RC ready. He just said, like, so what? Your drone just started acting crazy, PV? I won't say his name right. Chris Lyon, he's a pro. Listen to this guy. I appreciate your kind words, sir. But yeah, dude, Doc, we gotta go to the sawmill, bro, in Willards. We have to go there.
What are you doing tomorrow?
You're going to
Sunday?
Yeah, tomorrow or Sunday. All I can't say I broke too much down there. My GoPro's a little jacked up, but and I smashed the antenna up. That's nothing. FPV was still fine. Coming down backwards and smashing into that beam, when you do the Maddie, get that thing down over.
So we're racing
Hey, bro, we can race and fly. So we need a nice parking lot.
School's right there.
Yeah, dude, actually good. Yes, good. Yeah, because that parking lot's gonna slow you down because you're 40 mile an hour that you got control of. Brother Ed, welcome. Love my drones. Thank you for stopping in. Mr. Gauss, welcome. Hope all is good, brother, because you out in Cali, and I heard it is not pretty out there. We're staying as safe as possible. Away from people, our normal things. Doc, well, he's family. Oh, toilet paper, bro. You trying to come up off some quads? No. Yeah, it's crazy, ain't it? Get out there, John. Rip it. But that's all I broke today, so I'll print another mount. Replace the antenna. If this one isn't really, I think I did damage the coil on it, so I'll probably, or whatever that thing is, I'll probably just go and replace the antenna. But other than that, man, them Apexes have been tough, beating them against steel, and they're still strong as an ox. Ring Bart, welcome. Probably chopping that name up there. All right, let's see what I missed here. We're on lockdown here. Dang, I hear you, Simon. How long you guys been on lockdown over there? I know, Ed, right? You think about it, it does suck, but it has opened up a lot of places for us to fly. It really has. And our park was closed. I went over there yesterday and just went with it. And you'd be surprised how many people over there playing basketball, tennis. You know, not a whole bunch of them, but people were out over there. I was real shocked. I'm like, man, I got the park to myself. I'm gonna go over and tear it and rip this beast just all over the place and just have full swing at the. Nope. I took it out and flew it around the field. I'm still tuning it, so it's come a long, long way. P up a little bit more, I up a little bit more. Get with Doc. Matter of fact, this weekend, he's an eyeballer. He eyeballs and listens. It sounds good, but he'll probably see something I don't see. So good to have another set of eyes on it. But yeah, we'll dial that bad boy in. And this thing is, I mean, it is a beast, exactly what it's considered. I'm not going to race it. Just something. I just thought it would be cool to build a big ass quad. It doesn't touch Joe Ford's big ass quad. I think it was what was Joe's 6 or 8 foot when it was open. It's not that big, but
I don't know. Either way, it's bigger than I am.
I would be in trouble with that. So I am looking in the future to build an X class, and that's probably where I'll stop. I think that's all you can build, right? Well, unless you build something like Joe. Oh, you might go check out that spot, John, the glass house. Do it. Fly inside that house, bro. Holy squish in the house. What? 21st century fresh hog? No. I tell you this. Listen, you guys knew me. I crash. I come across the field. I saw the gap. I was flying the beast. I said, I can do it.
Of course.
I go in the gap. No problem. Could have went right through the gap. When I get in there, my mind goes, juicy roll off of it. That arm that goes up. This is what gets you. This is what gets you in the gap, right? So you go in. Now you want to kind of like juicy roll off of something, right? Well, here's where that kind of gets difficult. This arm and the tip of that prop. This is freaking crazy. Let me reference it for you guys. You know what a 5-inch is, so it's crazy. Like it doesn't even. There's the tip of the prop. So damn near 5.5 inches on each side of you. Crazy, 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 but fun to fly. And so the whole brush hog part is what I'm going back to. And the props are $20 a set for this guy. And I want to show you what I got over here left of a set. This is what I got left of a set. Soon as it hit that tree, I twist it and I felt just the boom. I disarmed it. I said, no, I'm not even trying to fight this thing. I don't even have turtle mode on it. That's for safety reasons. And not the safety we're used to, you know?
Yeah, Simon said next
right?
step.
Eric, 2 hands. Huh?
Simon said next step is one you can sit in.
I'm gonna, kind of want one that would lift me up. Kind of get a suit. Kind of.
Oh my God.
That would be cool.
You are not Inspector Gadget, okay? No.
Here's a question for you. What is my favorite RC vehicle? A boat, car, truck, or drone? I'm going to say PV, a drone. Just because I'm into drones. Build it. Yeah, that's what Joe Ford built, Doc. The what the fuck class. That thing. That's a lot of money, though. So what it's current number is. No problem, brother Ed. I will get by more often too, I promise. Oh, everyone crashes, no doubt. Plummet in the house. What? Yes. $20 for a set of props for that bad boy. 9-inch you could get for $16 a set, I think. $18 a set for the 9-inch. I think it was $16 for the 9-inch props. And for more or less freestyle,
either way, it's insane.
It's kind of what you go with. Double A, welcome. Sorry guys, I'm scrolling up in chat. If I miss you, I will catch you, I promise. Who else did I miss ya?
Right, Doc? He
Chris,
definitely
Riley.
needs to print some props for that.
I kind of wanted to get into that a little bit, but I'm not sure. Because, well, do I trust my printing? Yes. But I don't know. Man, that prop just blow off midair, especially on that thing. It did fall 12 feet to the ground. So, and it only broke 3 props. It broke the 1 prop going into the tree. And then this one was just because I was by myself and I'm poking it with a pole like this, right? I'm like, so do I poke it and wait for it to fall? And I had to actually take the pole and unwrap it out of the tree because I mean, 1 prop grabbed a limb and just did all this, and then the other prop did that. Oh, it was in there, dude. RC Crazy in the house. Welcome. Catch up here real quick. Welcome everybody. 2021. Okay, he said correct, and also a boat. Yeah, I like boats. I got a boat right up here. RC boat. When I take it out, Crystal steals it, and I never get to. I say never get to fly it. I never get to float it, so I don't take it out.
I know that sucks.
Whiskers say only 16. Is that no biggie? Yeah, no biggie, right? I kind of thought $20. Like, whoa, yeah. When it smashed in that tree, I thought that was $20 right there.
And that's when he came back and told me. Well, that was $20. I was like, what did you just say? And then he holds up the quad, and I'm like, what happened? I was like, never mind. I don't even really want to know.
Just catching up, browsing through chat here, guys. Chris, what you been up to, brother? Other than flying, getting them sticks in, I see you. Have you heard? Have you heard to the comedian Bitcoin? I don't think so, John. Falco X. I actually flew it today, the Falco rig, and I think so much. It's like that much tighter than my beta, right? My betas fly good. Don't get me wrong. Apex is with the beta flight 4.1 on them, but that Falco is just something else. I come off the ground with that thing, and I punch it, and I'm like, bro! I go to like juicy roll over the railing on a catwalk of like, think of a crane thing he would set and operate the crane. Wham! I hit that thing. That thing said. Crystal sitting there watching it third person, and it was just like, I was like, I bet that was wicked looking. She said that thing was spinning. I stayed in the goggles with it. It actually made me dizzy a little bit. I'm like, land and don't be on somebody's roof. Rex Whirly Bird, what? Quarantine. I was thinking that they might cancel. You think they're going to cancel your thing because of this? Figure April, it's what? March 27th? I hope it doesn't, but I guess if it's for the best if they do. Chris, you talking about so the mount, then you got that plate that slides through it. It just keeps tearing it right there. What I did with that back when I was flying them frames and having problems with that, I would put a strap over it, put the session in, and then take a strap and go through and over that through that cage and over. If you get what I'm saying. Oh, they did. Daggone it. I was hoping they didn't. This one here, Chris, I think, does this one have a plate in it? Or is this one bolt on? No, this one slides through as well. And see right here? So I just put my GoPro in there, and then I just, tighten my strap up. This mount's wiggly. It's one of my first ones. And
Hi, Vampire.
that will hold it for you. I don't know if you do this or not. If you're ripping them off like that, then you're flying way too hard. I'm one to talk, right? Yeah, always. So you guys see my frame. You see a lot of mine over here. A lot of them don't have it on the camera, but when I go to fly, I do put one around the camera because it just holds it like for better. You see the one Nazgul up there's got it, the Wizard. Like I usually put a strap around all of my cameras. Those Pyro drone ones, the long skinny ones, really good for that. Because I look at it this way: if I hit something that hard, that strap is going to give me just a little bit more. Maybe the cameras around my quad and not. Be fair to say about 15 to 20 feet off to your left. Doc knows what I'm talking about. So if you guys go watch Dr. Watson's channel and his last one of the Glass House, that me, Josh put one out, I put one out, Eric put one out, Doc's put one out. And you'll see when you just see his quad go rah, and you start seeing trees. Unfortunately, I flew out in the so I flew out in the opening. I was in the back with Crystal, and I flew out in the opening. So his quad was above the roof, obviously, with all that metal already. And then I go out there near him with my quad. It takes the signal. He looks at me, through my quad. And I was like, dude, I had that. My GoPro was on. Wait, ERC, welcome. Yeah, Greg, that sucks. I was kind of thinking they were going to cancel that because of that, especially John Hopkins. I was looking forward to that, man. Meeting up with you. I actually had a goal to build my beast before we met up, didn't I? I was like, I gotta get it done. Damn coronavirus. All right, let me catch up. I missed anybody coming in? 18 watching. Wow, appreciate you guys. Like I said, we've been hit and miss. We had a bump in the road. You guys know about how that went. We got that taken care of. So if that happens again, it's over with. Legal action at that point. And it's good to know that something like that's there. So if you ever have problems with your channel, get involved. So here's how it works. YouTube won't tell you who it was, but they know who it was. They will take action and look back and go, oh, yeah, wow. And then you can then start a ticket on it. And when you start the ticket, they are then involved. It's just right now they don't have too many people involved. So that's why.
You got to straighten something out.
Terrible. Oh, well, I got to straighten out. I ain't do it.
Vampire said, you plugged in on Dr. Watson? You've been hanging out with Josh too much now. Laugh out loud.
No, technically, right? Hold on. I'm going to straighten this out. I didn't plug in on Doc. Me and Doc fly all the time together. Him with his 800. What happened was so the Glass House, he was out front flying. Well, in the Glass House, flying outside above the roof. I was in the building back in the movie theater flying. I come into the opening, right? Take my quad. I'm in the back and I'm already flying. I got in the middle of the area. As soon as I go in that area, obviously, I went in between him and his quad. I'm like, tell me I didn't do that. He's like, yeah, unplug. Like, oh, God. We found everything, though. That's the best part of it. His GoPro just wanted to get washed. It needed a bath. And it still worked, believe it or not.
It needed a bath. That was not enough.
Exactly, Squish. He plugged in on me. It was already plugged in. But no, I'm glad we found it, man. He's like, I said, what did you see last? He's like, trees. I'm like, oh, that's not good. But but thank God he had a buzzer on it. And then I happened to see that little tiny GoPro freaking lens laying right down on the creek bed thing, and I was like, whoa, here's this. So then we're all over that area looking. Josh comes out, starts looking all over that area, looking for that freaking GoPro 7 and looking up and down, you know, the river. And then Doc just so happens to meander all far off to the left. He's like, I got it. Like, no way. And yeah, sure enough, laying there in the, I don't know, water was not deep, but enough to mess something up. Good thing the quad didn't fall in there because he done conformal coat. Oh, you'd have hated it. Good thing the GoPro took the dip for the quad. That's all I gotta say. Crystal, go put your cheerleader outfit on. Right, homie?
Oh, God, no.
Homie knows how to get this views up. At least 1,000 views. 1,000 subscribers. I say, yeah. So that's right. You have to have 1,000 to go live now, don't you? Not on a PC though, right? You mean from your phone, Petey? But yeah, if you got to stay in and get quarantined, who is it? Sleeping Bear. He is quarantined and he goes out and flies still. He's like, they're gonna have to arrest me to stop me from flying, but I'm still gonna go out and have fun and fly. I'm not gonna be crazy. God, I didn't do the crowd thing, no way. As far as like hanging out, you know, to my local pub or something like that. Okay, yeah, on the phone, right. So there's still you still have to have 1,000. That sucks. But you'll get there. Just go around. I remember when I had 100, you know, like 100 subscribers. I just went around. These guys remember. I come around to comment on their channel and say good things and tell them if it didn't look right. No, just go around, man, and just check channels out, subscribe to them, you know, like their stuff, comment, let them know you were there. And usually it's like a kind of, they'll check out your channel and they're like, oh, this is cool, you know, and they'll subscribe back to you. And some will become friends, family. Then Bob Biker, welcome. How are you doing up there? All good, hopefully? You have enough kids, Eric?
Oh, God. Vampire's like, wait, cheerleader outfit?
Yeah, if you go
Vampire
check her.
wasn't around back then.
If you go check, what was it, for Halloween, wasn't it, or something?
No,
What'd you
the
do,
cheerleader outfit came out for tutus for tatas.
Yeah, that's what it was. But yeah, she put on a cheerleader outfit. She did like the whole split, jumped up on the rail out here on the fence and did like a backflip off of it. Yeah, you should have saw it. John's like, yeah. But like I said, be good. You gotta keep yourself clean, keep your hands clean. Tell him Eric's not in here no more, E-Drone. He tells us all the time in our group. He puts it on us in there. I'm always like, oh. He knows I love him now. So post the link in the chat. She didn't do all that. You'll be disappointed, John. So what I have. Yes,
But
PV,
obviously,
you have
there's
to have
a
1,000 to do
cheerleader
it on your
outfit
phone.
because these guys remember that.
But if you're, what is it? Help me out, guys. So if he's at his house, he could put his phone into, what mode is that? Go from your phone to desktop mode on YouTube.
I think, yeah.
So if you're like at home, you could go into desktop mode and then I think stream from your phone then. Do you have to have 1,000 subscribers to stream at all? Not from your house, I don't think. I think you can stream from your house. Chris talking crap again. There you go, me. He's like, got my hopes all of his stuff. He said, okay, so I need 993 left. Yeah, I know, really, right? Wish I could get you there, bro. Yeah, but y'all don't see my tutu video no more. Some of y'all know why, because the certain person was in it, but lucky for me, it got removed. Unless some of y'all pyroed it and then kind of, you know, had that video laying around. buffering like crazy. Yeah, get that hamster run a little bit faster, Paul, to keep up. Hey, that truck you did, or well, quad you did, that thing moved, bro. You put that body on it, that was real impressive. That little thing was getting it. Crystal looked at me when I told her it was fast. She's like, you're not even trying to get a bunch of those now. She's like, you got a couple out there already. She going hating on me and things, you know. We actually last time we met up tried to knock Eric's over. That was fun. That thing is hard to knock over, that Arma. It's so tank. You know. Psycho works in the house. Johnny, how you doing? Debbie, hi, how you doing? Hopefully you're there with them. Hope you guys are safe and good up there because they are near.
You're on lockdown.
I don't know. I'm gonna say like so. You know, Seattle, Washington, all is the bad part. So they're up in that area, and it's not good up there from what I hear. Crazy. Hopefully, we'll all wake up one day and this will all be over with very soon, and we won't have to worry about it. Then we'll have to talk about like something else going on crazy. Turn your quality down a bit, Paul. Simon says. You remember the Mars in the maid outfit? Dude, that was priceless. That's still something, right?
Looking for a video.
No, I got a text. I got it on Dang, Vampire, it tells you that too. That sucks. It is stupid. Vampire, I guess he tried on his phone to go live. It told him you used something in your account or something. Oh yeah, dude, go up and look. Oh yeah, really cool. That's what I said. So when I started droning, you guys know the ones that been around for a while. I started out with like the little toy grades. Like man, that little thing this big gave me a handful. It was really hard to control. But once I got it, oh man, I was hooked. Thomas Curtis in the house. I love him. Yeah, right. Right, Squish. Bow. On the ground. But so when I got into that, I took that little thing, dude, and I would take it up above these trees. Crystal's like, "What are you doing?" I just wanted to see above the tree, man. It was just so intriguing to me. So then, you know, bow, bow, bow. Here we come. Here, I think what, 5 years later now, 5.5 years later now, and but
It's been a while.
it is beautiful to go up and to be able to look higher than what you can see as tall as you are, and you look down. You know, it's beautiful to be able to do that. I always have camera birds just for that. I haven't flown none in months, but now it's getting nice again. I'm gonna start flying the Inspire and go out and get some footage. I've been like, now I understand when I go out with it, I don't want to just fly the whole pack. It's not, it's okay to fly, you know, the whole pack kind of. So I'll go out and I'll just grab some shots with it, and then I'll incorporate them kind of in with my flying. Because I know, I got to admit, I had a pretty big follow on it one time, and a lot of you know what I'm talking about. I got to admit, I think a lot of that fell off just for the way I started flying. A lot of people don't like that whole flip, flop, roll, twist, all that crazy stuff. I got to admit, out of all the drones I fly, it is the funnest. To just be able to have full control of that drone is amazing. And I wish you all could do it. You know, I wish your whatever it is, your equilibrium, whatever. A lot of people can't do it and get with it. But if you could get it and, you know what I mean, put them goggles on and you man that drone and do that, you guys would change your mind in a minute. Trust me. But I understand that. But the camera birds, like I said, they're fun. Just going out and getting a whole bunch of good footy. And like I told Crystal, there's a pond I did. What was it? Shoemakers or something?
Leonard's Mill, I think.
Leonard's Mill Pond or something like that. And I did that when I was like real noob at flying, nervous, shaking when I went up still and stuff like that. I said, now I could go back and just kill that place. Like, with the different, because you consider them tools, if you're going to use them for filming. With the tools I have now for filming, I could really get some good footage now. But everyone's going with the 8, with a Hero 8, the Hyper Smooth type thing now. So a lot of people think I use Hyper Smooth too. When I was tuning this big monster here, I think it was Prince IR or something. He's like, oh, Hyper Smooth or something like that. No Hyper Smooth. I use Session 5s. They don't have no Hyper Smooth on them. Or I use a GoPro Hero 5 Black. How good is this? Chris, you can get the bells for it. The Zing E-motors, I gotta say, for where you fly would be great. Me banging them against steel and all that, and I'm not gonna talk bad about them because I have like 7 or 8 sets throughout this wall here. But I did have one set that gave me a problem. I ran them on my Falco X. Now I don't think the amps that Falco X is breathing, they just couldn't handle it. I just feel like that's what it was. They didn't, when I flew, they didn't get hot like to the touch, but like something kind of one time, the magnet just like the bell kind of slid down when I hit something or something. But for you, what you do, they would be great. Zing E-motors. Bang them against steel structures. What I've been flying against, probably not so much, I would think. And I say that, and I still fly. Like I said, the Nazgul up here has them. I have like I said, 7 or 8 sets that I fly with. But I was at first a little upset about it. I'm like, I can't believe I'm destroying the Zing motors like this. Because Zings are my favorite motors. I have them on everything. The Primo motors now, they're tough, but even still, when you hit that steel, it just rips the screws right out of the bottom of the motor. So it's not just the E motors. I mean, they're E's for a reason, economy and whatnot, affordable. But yeah, I just think that one I just had problems with. I think I was like over amping them, to be honest with you. The more and more I looked into it, the more problems I kept having with it. That, and besides ripping them off, like I said, but that's any motor you're going to if you're beating it against steel. Let me catch up here. Man said he thought he blocked that from his memory. And replacement bells, yes, you can get them from iFlight. They are like $8, or no, they were like $12, and they didn't have logoing on them. They were just plain bells. So you can buy a new motor, or maybe they were $10. Whatever a new motor is, they were only like $2 difference. So I was like, well, you might as well just buy a spare motor, because I had to buy one eventually. And I was like, well, I'll just buy a spare motor and have the whole thing for that couple dollar difference. Following nothing much. Oh yeah, exactly. Following don't mean nothing. It's how much fun you're having. Exactly. And that's what I've been going out doing, having fun, just flying. I try to burn 15 6S packs a day now, but I didn't today because I got to the point where I started getting destructive, and when I get to the destructive stage, I call it quits now. I'm like, all right, I got some footage, I'm good. Don't need to break 2-3 quads in one time. But yeah, it's still fun. No, Bob, I don't run my printers much anymore at all. Hit and miss. I actually got to fire one up because, like I said, I ripped the GoPro mount off today. But nah, they're silent. They're resting. Dude, the top one has, oh my god,
they deserve a rest.
Hours.
One of them's done like 3 years now.
Yeah,
running, so
it's got mad time on it. I saw some of your prints on I saw the battery on Instagram. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. You got into it, man. Really, really fun. It's a good hobby to be into. You make things. I kind of just went off into making things with the drones. For the drones, it just works good for me that way. lot of people, they have their stuff. Well, if you're that Dr. Watson guy, uses foam and a strap, but oh man, when your camera was going, it's like, you're so smooth, OG. Make it
Doc's like, if you don't shut up about that.
I appreciate that, OG. Look at you. Appreciate them words. I was telling everybody. So, to me, what makes smooth footage? All right, I'll tell you what I use. You guys see what I use. I use the Hero Session 5. I'll show it to you. And actually, OG TDR Brian, he's the one that actually gave me this couple years now, maybe. Still have it, 100%. Look at that. I don't fly with it much for that reason. But this thing, yeah, it does real good. People's like, oh my God, what camera are you using? And this is what I use. But here's what I use as far as my normal ones. I can squeeze it out of there. It's tight. I use 100%. But this, like I said, I ripped this off. I went over a beam today. So think of this, a steel beam. It's called a matty. You go over it, right? And then you come backwards down like this and back through. And I hit a steel beam and kind of did that. But like it was like, to be fair, about 10 or 12 times. So that's fair. Something fell off, so I'll zip tie. I always have zip ties on mine. So here's what I use to film with. Show you. It's a Hero 5 session. I don't have none of the GoPro settings on, all that. What's it called? Pro Tune. That turns off. So I use Power Director 17, and in Power Director 17, I do color enhancement and just touch the brightness up a little bit as needed. Not much, barely anything. But the goal to smooth footage, to me, I found, number one, you have to have the right mount to have it attached to your quad. You don't, I mean, it has to be really, really attached to the quad. You don't want it shaking around because that's going to be your, right out the gate, you're going to have jitters. Then after that, make sure everything on your quad's tight. I will run props. But for instance, a good example, that prop, no. Because you see, you're going to straighten it back out. But, I mean, you could play with it and get it back out, but you're not going to get that wrinkle out of it. To me, I replace that. And stuff like that. Make sure your props are good. I like to look at the quad like this, even on new props. You see the tips? Kind of make sure they match. See how that one's up and that one's down? So I would bend that up to match that one. You know what I mean? And so on, front and back. And then from there, it's all on how you fly. I can pretty much punch and twist mine in every direction. You'll see my video I posted yesterday. You saw I tried to do some of the juicy things like holy squish up in here, and you see I snapped that thing backwards, and it moved the mount. Like it would just make the mount move just that little bit. But it's so much force snapping that quad around and going back at it. But yeah, that's the secret to what I do. I don't think it's really no secret. But that's how I get the smooth footage. And I noticed mine when I go under trees, you'll see like it does something, kind of blurs just a little bit or something is there. I have reduced that a lot, a whole lot, but I'm happy with it the way my footage has been turning out. Real colorful, pretty. Because, God, when I first started flying, thank you guys for watching, but I don't know how you did it. It's like, I can see everything. It's like, who said it? I knew who said it, but I didn't say anything. He said, "Looks like a plane crash." You hit a plane crash, get them off the ground. AG, get up. Y'all like fuzzy headed. That's kind of what my footy used to look like. I hear you, Chris. Yeah, your footage is looking good, real good. So when mine, I put my, I go into the Power Director 17 and Keller enhancement, and I put the saturation to 180. That's another tip that Squish taught me. Man, you put that thing on 180. I don't know. To me, I like you see my stuff here now. It's popping the Kellers, popping, and that's what I like in my footage. If I go to like somewhere, it's like in my eyes, it's nice green, looks good. When I got back, my footage is like, hell, what the hell did you see out there, buddy? you know. But yeah, I've been liking it so far, so I'll keep working with that. And I was going to get the GoPro 8. I really was, or 7. It's kind of like this. And then I ended up buying some lipos. But I was going to get one. No, actually, before I built the Beast is when I was going to get it. But then I was like, man, I know I'm going to break that thing. And that's why I don't fly this much. I've flown it a couple of times. I wouldn't put it in water no more now, just because, as you can see, that the lock on it is just a little bit loose. So I won't say it's waterproof no more. I don't know, though. I saw Doc drown his, and it didn't have this on it, and the back screen was smashed. Of course, it was a 7, so this got the OG work done to it. It's still set there, OG, still on a Hero 5 Black, everything. Never once did I update it, nothing. She's still straight OG pimping. Oh, did you trade your Solo for an Ender 3? That's a fair trade, I'd have to say. I could see that being more of an interest than the quad, honestly, because you're a guru type, like myself. You like to do things, build things. So heck yeah, it's a good trade. I would trade mine for one. I ain't kidding. Crap, that's a good deal. And got what?
A projector.
A projector? Nice. So you made out all the way around with that. Did you show them how to land it upside down though? Because that's the must. That's the ticket there. That's cool beans, man. Glad you got a good deal on that. If you upscale. Yeah, when I record, Chris, I'll use 1080/60, but when I do upload, I'll do 2K or 2K. I know what you're talking about, that VP9. You're telling me about that before. But I know YouTube, yeah, I noticed that when you post, if it's kind of like, when I post, I leave it a little bit dark, because when YouTube puts that stuff out there, dude, I don't know, they chop it up, make it super bright. It's like, whoa, what in the heck did you do there? So I'll always leave mine just a tad dark, and then I know it's gonna look perfect when it comes out. It was hard to balance that before. Nope. Bob said nope, I didn't fly it. And 5 rolls of materials. What? Yeah, well, actually, I was doing 2K on this PC, and I can do 4K now with no problem. It'll actually zoop right through now with the laptop. So yeah, I'll have to start doing it in 4K. You have to. I don't remember exactly how to do that VP9. How did you say? Yeah, didn't you have to change something on that, Chris? For it, you have to remind my brains one day. But if I did that, it probably would look even better. Stepping out to grab something from the car. Be right back. Don't be gone long, Mike. Would you leave out in the car? One of your leaders? This guy's been buying up on the Leader 120s. Killing it. I remember back when the Leader 120 was, everyone had one of them little things.
He's got like 4 of them now.
I know, 4.
You got 3 Apexes, he's got 4 Leader 120s.
Yeah, I can't complain, I guess.
No, you can't.
I'll tell you what, when a lot of y'all had told me, man, you should just fly one quad. Now that I've been consistent to that one frame, this one right here, Impulse RC Apex. Telling you, it's the bomb. So let me tell you something I really learned today. I really like about this. So you see how the motor screws there, and these are the skids on the bottom, right? So when I take that off, you can't look through the carbon. It's solid. So you can't see the bell screw. I heard some people complain about that. Let me tell you why it's a good thing. I was like, well, I don't understand why. It doesn't matter to me, you know. But I saw one of my bells today raising up, and I could see, oh yeah, there you go. Acro. So I could see the stator, the bottom of the stator, you know, and the bell was all the way down. I was like, damn, that's crazy. What the hell? Stop. What the heck? So then I realized what was going on. I was like, oh, so inside of there where that doesn't go away through, that screw is, you know, done drove itself out. So eventually it could, I guess if you didn't see it, spin off the bell because it'll keep spinning obviously until it falls out. But yeah, I was actually didn't lose my screw and I pulled the motor off down where I flew and just put it back through and all that. But this frame has been good to me. I can't complain about it. It's a $100 frame, 2-year warranty. I've broken a top plate by chipping it right here. And when I mean I've abused the shit out of it, I kid you not. Treat it like a redheaded stepchild and then some. I've delammed an arm. It's this one right here. This arm, no joke, was up about this high, right? So here's an arm. Here's an arm that I didn't fix with super glue. This is a solid OEM arm. Look, right? Here's the one I fixed with super glue and a heat shrink. Super glue and carbon, yeah, is like concrete. Get it quick, because get her in place, because when it sets. And then I'll tell you another secret to that. Take your cold water and turn it on real easy. And once the super glue's all down in there where you need it, run some cold water over it. That stuff, wham, sets right up. I know, dude. So I got epoxy that I'm telling you, the Gorilla Glue super glue holds better than the epoxy. But yeah, that thing doesn't move, solid as a rock. And I'm gonna claim an arm and get the other arm in, and I'll have it here, and I'll just use this until it breaks. So yeah, alien killer. No, I'm kidding. Don't get upset, guys. Doc, come back. So what's really cool with this frame too is you see the way they did it here. It kind of looks like a reverb. So you guys that run the reverb, you're like, well, it's just a reverb. It kind of is not. So the way they got it set up is these screws don't go all the way through, and your arm has that thumb screw pressed down in it, and they just inside. So the whole design of this is when you break an arm, you just take out the 2 screws, replace the arm, done. You don't have to take the stack out and all that crazy stuff. But what I've noticed on a real hard hit, it will break these screws here, and they give you like special screws for that. I just put the steel ones in. I know it's probably defeating it, but then no, because I think there's a screw upgrade you could put in here that Mr. Steel self uses. But so anyway, I just use them. But on a real hard hit, it will pop these screws right here instead of breaking the carbon. Is what I've seen. The arm that was delammed, this is my first frame.
Or that's at least what he's done.
Yeah. So my arm that delammed, this is my first frame. I beat the crap out of it. This thing was all the way back to where me and Doc was at the park that time. I was cramming it down sliding boards, bouncing it off everything into steel beams at the go-kart track. Multiple. I'd say it probably took over 100 beatings before it finally gave a little bit and delammed itself. So they cost you $100, but from what I've started and flying and frames I've went through and broken so easy on some frames, some of them will really disappoint you. It's kind of like that frame has held up to its expectations, to be honest with you. Nothing to do with Mr. Steel. I don't do like none of that. Thank them for what they did, their knowledge and what they put in it, him and Vic FPV. But I'm in the Impulse RC because I like their carbon. That thing is just beautiful. I got a couple reverbs the same way. Bash them up. Doesn't matter. Oh, you gonna put some Whoop wells on it, Mike? Yeah. I was thinking I like that little alien. It was pretty cool looking. Can't kill aliens, Doc says. You can't seem to kill him, man. His goes to a beating. All right, Chris, I got you. I remember that. 4K at 80,000 bits. How do you change the bits though? That's where I think I'll get lost. I did that mic to one of the Sena, or I say Sena, the Acro. These are the Acro Rats. These are not the Acro Brat. So I'll let that be known right now. Clone alert! Clone alert! But I printed these and put them on there. Never finished it. Just got it. Just basically because it's got 3 Emax motors and then it's got one real clicky Hyperlight motor because one of these burnt up. So I gotta get another one of them. I kind of don't want the real clicky motor on this. Kind of for like a Sena Whoop. Dr. Drone in the house. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a great weekend as well. And stay safe out there with that trippy spin. I've been trying it. I can't go around something like, you can go around a pole, but your third person view showed me what I needed to know how that quad did. I didn't really notice how you kind of go in and then just look up and then kind of orbit something. I was doing a whole different kind of thing, trying to go in upside down and spin around, kind of with it. But I can do it like under a tree or something. Like I'll go under a canopy and I'll just flip the quad up and pull the sticks to the outside, and it'll kind of just go like around. So one day I'll get enough courage up to put it around a pole. But you got that going on, man. Thank you. Yeah, we were talking about Sena Whoops. I'll tell you what inspired me to do this. You guys know Nurk FPV. When he flew in that car, the passenger side of that car, and that guy got out the driver's side, he just followed him right through the car door. That was really, 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 really caught my attention. I'm like, I can do that. I have nowhere to print it for one of these, so I just started printing it. And I have the Can you hand me the Acro Rat up there? It's the first 3-inch right above. No, it's down low, right above the yellow props. Blue candy, cotton candy blue prop, please. Yep. This is what it looks like without the whoops on it. So this is without, and this is with. And I 3D printed these myself. Just had some black one day, and they're TPU. And it's actually got a flight controller, everything but the camera is in here. And it flies, like I said, just the one motor's real notchy. And it's made for that. And I have the other 3. I just don't want notchy motors on it. I want some smoother ones. I'm hoping to impress you one day with a trippy spin, brother. Like I said, you got that thing on lockdown. You do that really, 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 really well. I got the Maddie. I finally started doing that, the Maddie flip. And I was told I'd do it way lower than others do it. I just like to challenge things. I've broken a lot trying it till I got it. Don't let me fool you. Like I've broken a lot of stuff. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you, brother. You're awesome. But yeah, I got to finish this. I really do want to get that finished, and that way I can trail Crystal when she comes in from the car, go through the passenger window and follow her right out the driver's side. I have to do that. That is so awesome. What, with the whoop, with the one with the welds on it? It can't hurt you. It's not not gonna get nowhere near you anyway, but it bumps something that has these whoops, it can't hurt nothing. That's what the whole point of it is, so you can go in like restaurants and fly. Then I'll come into your work and do a commercial for them. That would look pretty cool, wouldn't it, Ed? Some white vampire teeth. Yeah. Yeah, and I got a camera over here I can throw in it. I gotta finish it. Man, I want to do it now, talk about it. I get started on so much stuff and then just I don't get rid of it. I kind of just put it to the side, and then when I get bored, I go back to it. I got in a little bit of a rut with the hobby. I'm not gonna lie. I did come out of it. I am coming out of it. That's why I got everything ready for the season. 15 6S packs. It is hard to go out and run 15 packs a day. I know for some of y'all like, what are you talking about? It really is, because when I first put my first pack in and I take off, I can pretty much just go out there and just throw that pack down and get a good footage out of it, good video for you guys to watch. But then the more and more I go, I'll either get more into it or I get to where I'll try stupid things and I'm just like, why did I do that? Why now my arm's broken, stuff like that. So, but you have to push yourself. So that's how I am. So today, like I said, we're flying. I didn't break nothing. I was good with it. Before we left, I told Crystal, I said, well, I haven't tried to Matty flip anything here today. Well, in front of me was these big, huge. I mean, think of something that accepts a log as big as my house.
This place makes pilings.
It makes pilings, right?
Or used to.
Or used to. And it's huge. I was like, all right, over that. So there's 2 sections of that because they backed their truck in the middle. I want over the one and kind of through, flipped over and back through. I did it the first time. And then kind of, I don't know, when I started coming backwards, I went through, started passing the stuff. It spooked me for a second. Can't explain what happened, but I just killed it, switch for some reason. I don't know what made me do that. I don't want to beat my own behind. Just like, what did you do? But then I started doing it over again, and I was like, oh, okay. Then over again, okay, and then over again, and then it's just like I should have just went with the first one, clean pass, and been done. But I beat up an antenna and broke them out. I can't complain. That's who I was talking about. Remember, Dr. Drone, I was telling you about the good footy when you asked about stabilization and editing. I was just telling them earlier in here. So this is what I do. I make sure, number one, I have a good mount on my drone. So you see that? You could beat nails in wood with this thing, okay? So here's the camera I use, the Hero Session 5. And when I put that in there, you can see I have to actually wiggle it in, you see? And cram it in there. And now, that thing is solid, even more solid. Now it's, that. So that's my number one step, I make sure first. Then, like I said, I go through my drone. I make sure my motors are tight. If I have, I usually don't use skids, but on these Apex frames, they just come with them and they work so well. But I'll make sure everything seats good, the motor's good, everything stays tight. You get what I'm saying? Just tighten everything down in it, and that's my first step of me getting the smooth footage. I don't use no hyper smooth. I don't have nothing with hyper smooth on it. I use the Hero 5 Black, no hyper smooth on that, and the Session 5, no hyper smooth. This does have some kind of stabilization, but it does something weird looking on the stabilization part. But that was once I got to this stage and figured all this out, and I had the mount on there wiggling around, and I'll actually even take, say, this strap right here, a little strap like this. I'll show you. Even though you see how tight that mount is and everything, and my camera's mounted in there, I'll also take the strap and run through the frame here, and I'll put this around the camera itself as well. Right there. And usually this thing will take a full-on smash into a steel beam. Bam! And not, well, obviously messed the lens up. I shattered the protective lens on it today. I got to put a protective lens on it. But this thing is pretty solid. I print them in 100% infill. So just a little tip, for you guys, if you guys are having jello in your footy and whatnot. First thing to look for is just obviously those points right there. And I'm no pro. I just fly and, try to make it look the best I can. But that's what I do right there. I don't use that foam block and that strap thing, I would lose my camera every time. That's what I told Doc. I could put that on this quad, and I see, well, you see steel flies with them. I could put it on here. I don't feel comfortable with it, so I'll go with the weight because it's really hard to do that. I would really like this to slide through the side instead of pressed in through the front because it can be ejected even this tight. It ejects it at a hard hit, but not normally. And this is really easy to find on the ground versus one of the sessions, just a little black session. So I look at it that way too. If I rip this off, at least I got something bright to find the camera. I've learned, I definitely have, going out looking at your DVR footage. I actually don't even run a DVR on my goggles no more, to be honest. I know that's crazy, but I fly in well-known areas that I know very well. I go always around myself. I'm never like out away. If I fly my big boy out away from me, I'll put the DVR in. But I remember, I think it was Night Train and Plummet was telling me, man, look at your DVR. You go back and find that antenna. Oh my God, that watching for that kickoff, just like, and then you see it. It helped me a lot find some things, but oh my God, I've learned to.
We never did find that antenna.
Get it in. And if you guys don't know, check out my channel. Let me grab one of my batteries. I want to share something with you guys. Check out the FPV NoobTube channel. I did a video over there. What's a noob to do? It will save you some money on your batteries.
Quick and easy fix.
And I'll share this here because, like I said, I posted that over to the FPV NoobTube. That's a group channel that we're all part of, so I thought that was awesome to share on a channel like that. So here is one of my batteries. It's a 6S. This protective coating on here was added, so you can buy it from Amazon. It's $8.90 for a 6-foot roll, 3 inches. You can actually get it wider if you have larger batteries. I use the 1,000 milliamp hours. Thank you, Chuck. These things work good. 6S battery, size of a 4S, can't beat it. 5 minutes of flight. So I've had a problem with brand new batteries. Put them on my quad. You see the way I fly. Reckless. So when I go across asphalt, instantly, I mean, tears that wrapper off of them, the stock wrapper, puts a hole. I mean, instantly busts the wrapper up so the cells start to expand. I've had batteries that I've won across the asphalt on, skidded across the asphalt on the battery, and it would only like rough up this. Dr. Watson, this is the best idea, brother. Doc I fly with. I used one of his packs one day we're out flying. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna owe you a pack. He's like, dude, you ain't gonna hurt that pack. Come back in. That pack was nothing wrong with it. So I picked up on it quick. I think did I do that right, Doc, the way you do it? Bring the heat shrink up around. I think you put a loop in it too with yours, don't you? So I printed these guys and just stuck them on
one of his packs.
with two-way. I wish I had one of yours to show. Snap me a picture of it. I think, give me it if you can shoot it. No, you got one already? Let me think. I see a text here. Oh, no, you showed me a car body. Snap me a pic of yours once. Nice clear pic. I'll share it. But yes, I learned from him. They are beautiful. So I learned from him, believe it or not, he's 24, I think. I'm 47, so that goes to show you right there, right? Always listen and learn. Doesn't matter age. That doesn't matter. This was the best thing I did, dude. That stuff there, I kid you not, it protects your battery so much. I've had ones that were split the cells open, and I did this too. On my 4S, they look brand new now. They're starting to put, if you look real close, you can see they're putting a shrink wrap down low now, or heat shrink on the wires. They weren't doing that before. And that plastic stuff on there, you could just bend over like this and it would cut both wires quickly on you. This won't do that. I don't care what you do to it. So that is awesome. And then to have it with this 3D thing, I print it and then two-way taped it to the battery and then ran the shrink wrap up around it. So now when I charge, I just loop it. Another thing learned by Doc. I stick it in, and then when I'm done flying the pack, that means that's a spent pack. I know it's discharged. I don't have to keep no cap on here that keeps falling off, and I have printed a million of them and have lost just about every one. Nothing yet. Takes a second through that inner web. What is that one that some people call it? Send it to the right person. All I got is the truck so far. Truck buddy. But yes, guys, trust me on this. And like I said, the FPV Noob Tube, I put a video out over there. Most people go, oh, it's not good to heat or throw some heat on your lipo. So I don't think it really hurts to be honest with you. But I kind of just like deflect it away, kind of just straight down on it. But this stuff really can handle the heat, and the pack doesn't get that hot. Just be smart, do it. I wouldn't do it one of them big old gun ones. The thing puts out a lot of heat. At least mine does. So I used a little stick iron one, or heat gun. Didn't come through yet, Doc. Not unless my phone broke. But yeah, he sticker bombs his packs. They're really cool looking. So if you look at his battery, it's got stickers all over it, and it has this clear wrapping over top of it. You cannot grab one of his batteries when you're flying and go, oh, it's my pack. You definitely can. No, you're not gonna. You're gonna tell definitely it's not your pack. And it is 10 after 9. I just noticed, and Crystal does have some news that she wants to share.
Bob said your phone is broke. You never answered.
My dad tells me the same thing. So I'm taking you tried to call me because I don't get like hardly any phone calls.
Ah.
What?
They put it in Discord.
Oh. Man. I don't have Discord on my phone. What? I got it. I had Discord on there one time and I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Look, it's not my fault my phone makes funny noises.
So guys, this is Doc's pack. Check them out.
So now you know how to get a hold of Chris.
Can you tell this guy used to skate? Well, still skates. He wears freaking Heelys. Makes me mad when I gotta walk everywhere as he just throws them back on his heels and cruises over to the spot. But dude, that is epic idea on them batteries. I'm telling you. So awesome. Cause I know, man, I would I put, what was it, 2 batteries for like $50, 2 6S packs. They are now on my wall, trash, because I went across asphalt and tore them open. RC Funds in the house, welcome. You mean lost the pack, Mike, by mixing it up with someone else's? It does, man. That hard, thin wrap, it just sucks balls. And I'm going to tell you something. I was like, before, like, damn, cheap battery? Like, the cells shouldn't do that? It's the wrap. That wrap shit. It does not protect your cells at all. I've noticed that. I went across the asphalt. Like I said, when I first got this done, I was like, yep, probably destroyed that battery. And, man, I'm telling you, it was just ruffled up a little bit. Not much. Thank you, Dr. Drone, for stopping in, and happy flying, brother. You be safe out there, too. Do the trippy spin. Yeah, someone grabbed it. I lost 2 on our New York trip. Somehow, some way, I don't know how, the long CNHL batteries. Ever since then, I made a pact with myself that I would never lose a lipo again. I know how many I got with that day. I count them. I even browse the table. If we're using a table together, don't think I'm trying to nose through your things. I'm just trying to make sure I got all my things, and you'll see me separate mine and your things. Liam, when we get together, we just throw everything on the table, and we still make way with our own stuff and don't end up with each other's stuff. And when I get done flying, Crystal will tell you, I'll walk around the car, look on the picnic table. She's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm always triple, quadruple checking myself to make sure I didn't leave nothing lay around, nothing on the car, nowheres, get it all picked up, because it sucks when you get back and realize that you left something where you flew at, because by the time you get back there, it's going to be gone, especially in like a park with a bunch of people. They're like, "Oh, what's that?" They're not going to know what it is. Most people are like, "Oh, somebody left something there, pick up, toss it in the trash or something." But he said, "That's too jello out of it." John, I'd say it was hard, but it really wasn't. It just takes time. You have to learn the P, I, and the D and what it does, and just go with it. You gotta make sure your mount's good. What mount did they give you on that? Wasn't it one you just zip tied on them? I think. Because yeah, that mount, you have to really make sure it is really secure to that quad. For one, use I don't know, 5 or 6 zip ties all the way across. You know what I mean? Just keep putting them on as much as you can across it. Not make it look crazy. That's what I do with mine, and I cover that whole piece so it can't slide back and forth. And then if you could put your camera in there, and then also get a strap over it. Foam wedge, Doc says. Well, I'm telling you what that foam wedge would do to me. I might as well just take my camera and just go. I'm gonna put the Wi-Fi on it one day. Maybe not this one I won't do, because like I said, this is I like the camera. Kind of love the camera, but I'll do the session one day. I'll put the Wi-Fi on it. We'll do a foam wedge just to show you how to lose that damn camera. I know it removes all jello. I guarantee it. Mine doesn't have jello. Bill Cosby ain't nowhere near this thing. What are you talking about? So Crystal does have some news. I want to let her get that out. If not, she'll fire me.
You're not getting your fruit basket.
Damn fruit baskets.
Now my fruit baskets, I'm still open.
They're coming.
Yeah, that's what I kept getting told.
They are. Slowly.
Yeah. I think they're coming from outer space, because the slow boat from China doesn't even take that long.
Yeah, I think they got lost on shipping.
Mm-hmm.
They really do.
Their shipping department sucked.
News!
There's the great me.
That's great.
So we're going to meet him next month. Known him forever.
One of these days. So, guys, in drone news this week, I have had to search high and low to find drone news that was positive and did not involve a coronavirus or a pandemic. But I did it. So, in drone news, the first approval for beyond visual line of sight drones flights granted in Canada using Iris Automation's onboard detect and avoid technology. MVT Geo Solutions, in partnership with Iris Automation, has been granted the very first beyond visual line of sight special flight operation certificate by Transport Canada using only onboard detect and avoid. The approval was granted based on the utilization of Iris's automation DAA system called CASIA, which provides commercial drones with automated collision avoidance maneuvers. The waiver permits flights within unmanned aircraft systems, centers of excellence's controlled airspace, remotely piloted aircraft system test range in Alma, Quebec. This is the first BVLOS flight at the location leveraging only onboard DAA for the air risk mitigation and does not require ground-based observers or radar. The BVLOS flights unlock autonomous drone use for economically beneficial commercial applications, including infrastructure inspection, mining, mapping, agriculture, emergency response, and package delivery. Achieving the very first BVLOS approval in Canada further validates our technology alongside multiple permissions we have already received from regulators in the US and in South Africa, said Iris Automation CEO. This technology is critical to safely integrate drones into the airspace along with manned aircraft. We look forward to unlocking commercial operations for our customers in Canada. The UAS Center of Excellence is looking forward to leveraging Iris's automation industry's leading DAA system and existing flight expertise within our network to conduct BVLOS with the MVT Geo Solutions.
No.
John. No.
Yes, she is. Look. It's an X-Class. Ain't it? Look.
I'm just so excited to be back with you guys. That's a healthy glow. But no, that is not a pregnant glow. And Simon, no hot flash either. Anyway, the first BVLOS flights, not sites, are scheduled to take place within weeks. The resulting data will inform more complex BVLOS operations in the future. And in other news, God help me. Can you imagine if I get locked down with this fool for a couple weeks?
Oh, it's going to be fun.
The live streams will get even more interesting. In other news, dynamic obstacle avoidance allows drones to, are you ready for this one? Dodge dodgeballs. Now, Chris and I have played quad ball using a soccer ball.
That was fun.
But never a dodgeball. It'd be quite interesting. The University of Zurich and ETH Zurich have managed to take obstacle avoidance to a whole new level, allowing drones to dynamically avoid static and non-static objects with a latency of only 3.5 milliseconds.
You can't close, I got still gotta work.
Right? The drone is equipped with event cameras that detect light changes in the individual pixels instead of the whole frame. The University of Zurich and ETH Zurich engineers were able to take this and track dynamically and avoid static and non-static objects that they may encounter. They used balls of all different sizes, throwing them both indoors and outdoors, and the drone was managing to dodge the ball every single time without issues.
My quad could dodge a ball. What?
This is because the algorithm monitors the last 10 milliseconds of data from the event cameras to detect if the object is static or non-static, and then move the drone out of its path accordingly. The autonomous drone was able to avoid obstacles at speeds of around 10 meters per second, using only onboard sensing and computation. Well, very good question. What about paintballs? I mean, they are a lot smaller. They didn't say what size ball. They said various types of balls. But I doubt seriously they were shooting paintballs at it. But, you know, this takes on a whole new obstacle. Because did they not come out with technology to supposedly take drones out of the air? Looks like they just may have come out with technology to help you avoid that. Well,
Yeah, you might be safe if you cartwheel naked, Simon. I don't know. I don't think the quad will hit you, but I can't guarantee it. EMPs.
Coming for you, Doc.
Who's got big balls? Ed, I don't even believe you just asked that in that chat.
So this is what me and Doc's been working on, guys. We're both build legend cars, and we're gonna run them tomorrow. Tomorrow or Sunday, whatever day would be. I guess better weather. Oh yeah, he's got his locked in. He can run his. What is it? 40-mile-an-hour controllable. Mine looks better. Oh, looks don't mean nothing. Can you drive it? Yeah, he's got he's been messing with his and dialing it in, so I think I'm gonna have to work on mine, try to turn it down a little bit, control it. Probably my 2S packs I think will be perfect on it. And I already got them charged up.
Ed, I only deliver the news. It's not my fault that drones are now dodging dodgeballs. I mean, apparently balls of all sizes. And Doc brought up paintballs, so.
Talking about that, Russell was just watching a video.
Don't tell me they were shooting paintballs at a drone.
His name's Cletus, you guys. Some of you guys might watch him. He's doing a track in Florida, making the burnout thing. They were just flying a line of sight bird like we fly in angle mode, and he was shooting paintballs at it. I was like, nope, you need me flying it, and then I want you to hit it. I will let anybody try to shoot my quad with a real gun. Don't have the gun? I got the gun. I want somebody to nail mine. I want them to.
Love it. Doc said, you watch. If I can't beat you in speed, I'll at least beat you in looks.
I don't know. It might be a thing. I have no idea.
Look, Adam bought one of those FPV cars yesterday. Can't wait to run it.
What? I hear you, brother. Man, we run it. So I got this one. That's the Legend, like I said. That thing has a motor on it. Doc drove it last weekend, a couple weekends ago.
2 weekends ago.
Thing's crazy fast. He said this is just as fun, just as fast. So it's gonna be some fun shit. We're gonna be like drunk drivers out there. But I have a couple of them.
Oh my god, it's gonna be some interesting footage.
This one I had the camera in. I kind of set it up to the side. It'd be more better center. But this is the one you guys saw Eric Edron out there. Everybody chasing. I don't think I ever put a video up of mine.
I don't think so.
I have tons of footage I get. I don't share a lot of my footage anymore. But yeah, this is fun. The cars, and we got there and run them around. So now me and Doc are gonna be like doing flying together, and then doing some RCing together. He's gonna get a truck and whatnot. Already got a stadium truck, just needs a rear. We're gonna be killing it.
Gonna be interesting.
I'll be kicking his behind.
Doc said I removed the spoiler with a drone.
He did.
You did. I do remember that. That was funny.
Spoiler.
Instead of off with his head, it was off with the spoiler.
I repainted it, but I was like, put the spoiler on. That's funny.
Oh Lord, Adam, that's dangerous, babe. Random buying,
no, FPV
multitasking. That is definitely dangerous. Acro took over my chair now.
He's a plummet. Carlos suck jam. But yeah, it's fun to put an FPV camera on these and just drive. Well, these are gonna be line of sight right now. These only have a camera on them, but they're fun putting the camera on and then doing it. Yep, Bunny.
Yeah, that's Acro.
Hey, bud. Look, McDonald's French fry.
Yes, the bunny loves French fries.
Loves McDonald's French fries. You gotta turn around. You're black with the chair. You can't see it. Crystal told me earlier we're gonna put a little bit of white on him.
A little bit more white.
A little bit more white. You gotta turn around so everybody can see you. There you go.
Not spoiled at all.
buddy right there.
Not spoiled at all.
Y'all know how much I love my drones? I know, Ed. I love you too. Indigo Rhino, what's up?
French fry bunny farts?
Yeah, right? Ew. Or is it?
It's better than carrot farts.
That dude is so cool. You have a dog in your house? You know how cool that is, right? Here, boy. You know, stuff like that.
That's the bunny.
We have a bunny that does the same thing. Go to the door, call him. He'll go out on the deck with you. Just chill, hang out. No joke. Have we got him to where we could take him out in the yard and walk him around? Not yet. I wish. I hope one day, but I don't trust him. He runs away. Oh, it'd be like somebody smashing my wall.
We'll get there.
So, Plum, you don't know what kind of car he bought?
Nope.
He bought some big ass real monster truck and shit gonna get delivered to his house on a trailer. It didn't look that big when I bought it. Yes, sir. You put these goggles on and see the headlights or cameras.
You're seriously gonna go buy a bird?
That Emax. Oh, the Emax. I think I saw something with that.
They do have bunny leashes, Ed, but
Yes, okay, I know what you're talking about now.
we had a bad experience with a bunny leash with Snuggies
Yeah,
when Snuggies was little, and yeah, imagine
Coming for
you know how fast a bunny is, period, when
Oh,
they
yeah,
want to
dude.
be. So imagine a bunny on a leash doing helicopter laps around someone and then escaping the leash.
He had Russell out there running Russell in circles. I tell you what, I bet you Russell did good till about 30. After that, it was over.
Don't tempt him. He's done that. For Chris's next build, we will be putting rotors on an 86 Buick Riviera.
Hey, bro, that's what I know, right?
Well, what was it you put in the El Camino that when I had to go to the parts store, they used to argue with me and tell me it wasn't what was in there?
Oh, because you know, a parts store will try to tell you because of the year of your car.
What year, make,
She's like,
and model?
No, it's a V8, 3, something, pushing whatever. The guy's like, nah, it's got a V6 in it. She's like, I can tell you that's not a V6. She can roll the parking lot. That's not a V6.
That's not a V6.
That's cool, Ed. Really? That's sick. Bob got his bird. He'll talk to you. Remember that the bird and the dark curtains? Everybody thought they were a stage behind him when he went live. 86 GMC Caballero.
Well, thank Ed. At first, it's kind of scary, but they'll let you know.
Take him out for a drag. Poor little guy's chest.
Oh, poor Indigo. Are you cooped up inside, my dear?
Yes, I think we're Chicago's lockdown, I do believe.
You know, it's like that stir crazy sense of humor gets going.
He's that screaming bitch all day.
Well, he did classify and just say just like some women do.
Yeah, he
So
did,
I
he
can't.
there.
Yeah, he did. I'll give him that one. I can't really say anything on that one.
Oh man. What? Oh, they're sharp. They can cut me.
I don't care.
That's a boomerang. Don't throw that one. Now Acura's gonna pick all them up.
Acura's not going to pick them up. You are.
No.
Yeah.
I'm a slip and fall. See,
Well, there is no slip and fall insurance here, and no lawsuits for it either.
But guys, it's 9:33. We're gonna end this. We appreciate your time. Thank you for hanging out. Glad we got the stream again.
Yes.
So
we will be back on our normal-ish schedule of every Friday, but I'm just not sure if it's going to be at 7 or 8. So stay tuned. Keep your eyes open.
It'll hit and miss probably 7 and 8.
Yeah, it'll probably bounce
what we got
So,
going on.
but we will be here every Friday. We're getting back into the groove. Knock on wood that there's no more hiccups. So, yeah, Indigo, thanks for stopping by tonight.
He's like, shit, I clicked that button. But yeah, we appreciate you guys, and like I said, we'll definitely be ready to jump back into it. Like I said, I fell into a little rut. I'm out of that rut now. We're moving on, and we have problems, and we got the roads moved out in front of us. In other words, so
Very true,
Fly.
Doc.
Stay quarantined.
That
Stay
man
keep
punches
quarantined.
props and quads. I gotta watch out for
have
that
to-
one.
I have to stop doing that or punch it with the right hand. The left hand just can't take no more. But guys, happy flying, and
Stay safe, guys. Remember, we love y'all. And until next time,
cool,
guys,
John. Have fun, brother.
enjoy our hobby.
Exactly. Be smart out there. Stay safe. Yahtzee. Love you guys.
Later,
Be good.
guys.
Man, I gotta pick the props up.